Ready to go.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're working on this little Poulan Pro blower that won't prime. I'd hit the primer button as much as you want, and she just won't prime. But if you put starter fluid in it, she'll kick. So let's get started. So when you hit the primer button on this, you just get nothing. It just simply won't pick up gas out of the tank. So the first thing I did was check the fuel lines and check the filter on the end, and everything looks really good. And this is a relatively new piece of equipment. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and pull the carburetor off the machine and check it and see if we can get her to prime up off. For that, we're going to use our handy, what do we got here? I want to say it's a T25. And there's not much to taking a carburetor off one of these. It's just that easy. And then take the fuel lines off. Now make sure that you open this up and vent the gas tank, or it'll kick gas back up because you do build up pressure in the tank. So now we'll pull the fuel lines off, like so. We'll try to anyway, so it's kind of sticking on me. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to very gently unthread this, and we're going to leave this arm alone. And we want to focus on the carburetor. Okay, to test it, what we're going to do is we're going to drop a fuel line in the can of gas with a filter on the end. And then when we attach it to the carburetor here, we'll hold it over the tank and see if it pumps through. And as you can see, we're getting virtually nothing. It might be picking up a little bit, but we're definitely not getting the amount of vacuum we need. Let's go ahead and pull this back apart. And drain the fuel out of our little test line. And we're going to put it on a similar carburetor. This is the carburetor we've got sitting around. We're going to do the same test. And as you can see, when we do it with this one's priming just fine. So this carburetor is probably functional. Now we'd usually just replace that little fuel gasket and the metering diaphragm on the carburetor, and she'd be good to go. But this particular carburetor on the Poulan Pros, it's cheaper to just buy a carburetor. So that's what we did. We went the cheap way out and we went on Amazon and grabbed a little carburetor. So let's bolt her on and see how she runs. Okay, now we're going to do what we did when we took her apart. We're going to attach the linkage first, very gently. Then we'll attach the two fuel lines. And that'll hold her kind of in place. And now, where'd our base go? Now we'll get our base started. And don't forget the gasket underneath. We get our screws partially through, and we'll thread our gasket on. There we go. Now once we got that, we'll hang this gasket on those screws. As always, taking your sweet time because you're not in a hurry. And speed will make things happen badly when you're working on a little engine. And there we go. Let's switch off to our Torx. We give her a little bit of a spin, making sure she lined up right. There's one. Now we'll get the second one aligned before we start tightening anything. And she's ready to test. Okay, let's take our tub cover, put her back on, and throw some fuel in it. We got pretty lucky on this one. It didn't need much adjustment at all, but I wanted to show you that there are 2 screws on the carburetor. See if we can get a little light down there so you can see them. You see those 2 round things. The right one is closer to the engine, and the left one is further from the engine. It's closer to the air filter. Now, the right one is the one you would adjust to do the idle, and the left one is the one you adjust to do the high end. And let me show you real quick. Put her on full choke. And you can hear her idle. If she's not idling correctly, you'd go to the one closest to the engine and adjust it. And you can hear it change. And you can hear it when you rev up. It revs up a little slow. And there we go. Now she's pretty adjusted. I know it's kind of hard to hear me with the engine running, but what we did was we adjusted the one closer to the engine to get the idle just the way we want it. And you want to just adjust it until you hear it idle up a little bit. Once you've got that done, then you go to the screw farther from the engine, closer to the air filter, and hold it wide open and just adjust it back and forth. And you'll hear it when it hits that sweet spot, when it climbs to the highest RPM, and then call it done. So this one's just about ready to go. So all you new people out there, if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. It's free, and it really is what we work for. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.